We are live from DuPont Soccer Complex here in Falling Waters, West Virginia, right on the border of Maryland, just before you reach Martinsburg, as the Warriors in the white take on the Death Row Demons in the purple and black. Demons, last season in the Keystone Flag Football League, had a rough start, 0-3 on the year. The turning point came after they lost to the West Virginia Venom. Started out 0-3. Down the stretch, they went 5-2, including a quarterfinal win over the Venom in a rematch. And a game against the Misfits in the semis where the Demons led by as much as 10-0. Kevin Clancy, a quarterback for the Demons, before the Misfits turned it around and rallied back, winning 21-10. First meeting between Demons and Warriors, but obviously these guys know each other very well. In fact, these guys were for the most part playing together last year. Sean Moats of the Warriors went over there, as did a couple other key players after the season, including quarterback Kevin Clancy, as the Warriors folded Washington County temporarily suspended operations. Complete to the right side. Go down. Illegal equipment. And they're going to say the flags were on backwards, and so because of that, it's going back. So a uniform violation. It definitely is something that is called. If you're watching, feel free to share everywhere. Parker going to fire it up, incomplete. Second down coming up for Parker. Third down, okay. So it was a loss of down on the penalty. So we're at third down. And this Demons offense, a lot of talent on this team. Parker. Feet left side. Physicality coming out there. It's going to be physical early on with this Warrior squad. You're at a point where if you're the Warriors, you got to buckle up somehow. Fourth down, they got one tight. 4 wide receivers. Snap, Parker. Wow, look at the moves. He makes a near miss. Sean Parker running, and he's pulled down, but he'll get the first. Remember, Parker was quarterback for the Demons about a year ago, a little over a year ago now, when they won the 4-state fours up in Greencastle, Pennsylvania. The New Year's Invitational, whatever he did up there. They defeated the Immortals and Ruckus back-to-back by a combined 48-6, 20-0 on the Immortals, 28-6 on Ruckus to win that small tournament. They're arguing everything. It looks like this call is that
How you gonna overrule the ref that's closer to the play and say, I'm calling it.
So he's upfield already. So turn over on down.
What is the call to understand it?
Call it short. First down.
Okay. So they're going to call it short because the line is being marked by that sideline. And the cone might be a little off. So Warriors ball. Okay. They're saying he was pulled short according to the other cone, but that's got to be fixed up. It happens at times, though. It's the angle can mess you up. Yeah, timeout call by the Warriors. 1-0 already. They got the win on Top Gun, who's now 0-1. Demons, they're 0-0. They come into this, so having a lot of success in recent times. Remember, they were the last team to beat the Wolverines in the KFFL before the Wolverines won it all. They had the Misfits on the ropes last season. Too tight. T-Spence. Down by Swole. J-Dub coming in. See how this D-line comes out. Remember, this Demons defensive line last year started taking shape toward the end of the season. They got a lot of talent on that D-line, though. That's formation up front already. You got Swole, Denham, and Dame up there. It's going to be tough for a Warriors team. A little short up front. You see right now the sideline is virtually empty. They got maybe about 2 over there. Perhaps 3. They had to drag it out with Top Gun. That game went longer than they would want. They got at the window. And now the Warriors. 2 tight ends again. 1 receiver on the inside. 2 on that left. Spence. Incomplete. Now Volga. 3rd down coming. Third and 2. Two tight ends coming. We're way back here. Intercepted, Parker. Spencer Parker usually a tandem. Spence the man who brought Parker in with 80 yard way back. He'll run it back. Demon time. Touchdown. Death Row Demons. And the pick 6 makes it 6-0. So quarterback to quarterback, T-Spence to Parker. That was the game-winning combo back at Turkey Bowl 14. You're used to playing on the same team as him, you know, it happens. They kicking?
I know.
Yes, they are.
Take the holder. Hey, Ron's got it. All right, so we need it.
Kick coming. Archer lining up. That rare sight of a Rampage jersey over here today. Rampage will kick off in 2 weeks down at Maffle. Archer lining up. Remember, Archer's been around for a minute. Ball up. Good. One of the best kickers in this area. Connects again.
Thank you.
So, no good.
Thank you for watching it from behind. Oh, come on, man.
6-0. There's some PVC pipes. Windy day here in DuPont. And a great start for Defero. Demons last year, we mentioned in the KFFL. 0-3 start to the year. It was not pretty. Prime Time came out the gate and beat them. That was a big upset. Misfits beat them right after that. A blowout, 34-0. The West Virginia Venom game 2 weeks later was a disaster for that team. Remember, that was the game where they had a punt muffed in return for a touchdown for Venom. They intercepted almost again by Parker. Tyler just got out of town. Tyler was trying to get it somewhere, anywhere. But it's demon time. Wind getting really high right now. Too tight, 3 wide, T-spins. Tough game early on for the Warriors. After a 3 start, the Demons turning right around. Heads down the stretch on Chaos, Killer Bees. Got a win on the Spartans as well. Wolverines. Double on them. And this wind is going real heavy. Third down coming. My hand is freezing right now. Use your gloves. It's picking up about 20 miles per hour right now. It's coming right at us. He's going to be playing at about 12:30. Might be a little later if things slow down. Wide open, incomplete. 4th down, and might be punt time for the Warriors. We'll see. But a game like this, 4th down. And I got 4 layers on right now, and I'm starting to freeze. Sheesh. I got 2 hoodies, 2 pairs of pants. This is a cold one. Looks like a punt is coming. Oh, it's all of a sudden he's Shane though. Let's see. And he'll boot it. And that's going to go so it'll be Demons ball. My hand in my sleeve real quick. Sheesh. This got frigid. So you mentioned today's high is going to be about 37 degrees. That also said the wind chill drops to 24. So we are below freezing right here in DuPont today. Quarter is called. trust me, over the last 8 years of doing this, we've had some crazy weather. We've seen too much heat. We've seen a lot of rain. We've seen wind. We've seen hail. Sometimes all in the same game. It was crazy yesterday. I was not around. I was picking some roses somewhere. Sean Parker and Q. You feel it? It's bad. I just thought I got the space car from when AFM was here. Hey, good morning. Who are you going to call? Sean Parker. Look at the moves. Well, this is the quarterback play we saw that helped the Demons win that preseason tournament last year. Kevin Clancy was the starter in the fall. Parker stepped back in. He was one of those guys who was part of the boat for him. A lot of these guys on both sides have been on the same team at different times in the last year or two. Mac was a Warrior at one stage. Matt Savage played TBT, which has some Warrior guys on. Parker was on TBT and with the Warriors. Oh, dropped. Come on, Dev. Dropped there by Dev. Gary been a threat for a while. Going back to when he was a Spartan, when he was a Greencastle Spartan. So a lot of connections here between Demons, Warriors program, and Spartans and TBT all in this one game. I think everybody's just been playing on each other's sides for years now. Sean Parker, that's a pull. Flag guard. It feels like more fall than it does spring right now. It feels like a November game. He's getting Karwacki out here. Defensive holding is going to be key on there. It's all notes. Zabir with the sack. And the Todd coming in. Great teamwork there by the two edge rushers. Todd, one of the more underrated edge rushers right now in this area. Zabir, he's had a statement the whole time. He's got 2 touchdowns today. Trying to get a third one. But D-line has been his specialty. Remember, we talked about Tyler joining the Warriors around that same month. Right around the same week, a couple weeks later, Shane Zabir joined as well, adding to an already stacked defense. And that defense that carries the Warriors ever since. They've had different quarterbacks. As we mentioned, it's been a carousel for that team, going back to the beginning of their franchise. Remember, it was Quay Barden who started for the Warriors initially back in the day. They had a couple other guys shuffle in that first season before settling on Ryan Rao. Rao was the starter from that point on in the fall of 16. Up until September of 2017, when they switched him for John Shobe and moved Rao to tight end. A move that was very effective. That combination had a lot of touchdowns in that 2 seasons they played. Shobe would leave, though, at the end of spring of 18. Sean Parker, he's stepping up. We'll get back to them in a minute. It's Demon time now. That's a hold. Hold in a flag. Travis Parker for now. He's been one of two quarterbacks for this team last year, but he has a chip already. To start 2019. So the last 2 weeks before Snavely went on to the second best winning percentage in Washington County in 2019. Tied of Stephen River last week before he was replaced. As he will be ultimately replaced in 2019 that fall season by Alex Foster. Kevin Clancy was a QB the last 2 years. One quarterfinal appearance, one semifinals. Parker gonna run right over. Pulled down. In the second quarter. I say first. Yeah, sorry about that. I get mixed up when they don't switch the field. So I got used to that. It's okay back for me. Haven't really. Yeah, Parker did a lot today. Almost intercepted. But almost a completion. Nothing Demons. 2:25 left. 13-0. play catch. Third down coming. It is a high wind right now. Don't get me wrong. Like, take a look over there how it's blowing and it's coming across on camera. Like right now, I'm having a hard time gripping it. As long as you don't have a repeat of AFFL, I'm good. Or Gettysburg, or Greencastle, or any other side that bad weather. Almost a catch. Parker trying to find Boyce, who was on Marshall, his fellow Williams Sport alumnus. Had him burnt, and that time it was not good. Fake, running itself. Parker, Sean Parker turning up. Did they not have him? Man, I didn't hear a whistle, but I thought they were going to get him and never did. Jeez. I pulled back thinking it was coming. Might be a fat penalty on kick. He threw a flag, I see, though. But it's holding on to defense. Half the distance to the goal, it's demon time. Death Row is very much alive. And I think I see flurries, of all things. I just saw a small flurry. Question, has this become a snow game? 30 seconds, let's go sideline. One of the coldest days. Perhaps the coldest day in the history of the Washington County Flag Football League. 23-degree wind chill. Incomplete. Temperature's closer to 33, 34 than it feels like. Winds 20, 25 miles per hour right now. Demons have a 13-0 lead. Second down. 13-0. We're in the end zone. Parker is just running around all day. Complete big dead. Pulled right down. Out to the left side. Parker firing it up. Incomplete. Great battle over there. 13-0. Demon saying field goal. The sun is starting to go back here. So coming up, we might have a difficult angle. So we're going to try to get the best shot we can. We actually might try to go a little bit to the left to avoid it. So it might be a little weird.
Line up, line up, line up.
Timeout, Demons. Ball's up, no good. 13-0. So at halftime, it's 13-0 Demons. Right back. We're back. Long halftime there. Trying to get some rest. It's a tough day. It's cold. I'll walk down here for the second half. I thought about sitting in the bleachers, but that sun's got me a little worried about that. We might just give it a shot. I don't see anybody up here. Just frame it, see how it looks. We're early on in the season of the second game of the year, so I'm going to try different things. There we go. Try to keep it up here. I don't particularly like bleachers, but nobody's up here, so let's give it a shot, I guess. It's not particularly a close game. Feel free to share, fellas. Sun might mess it up quick, but I can already see that. Let's see. Motion coming. Handoff. Turning it up, pulled right down. It's going to experiment with this angle for a while. The biggest factor is the sun coming up over there, so if I get to a point where it's not really watchable, we'll change. We're not very high in the air. I might just even walk down there as soon as we finish up this part of the drive, just to make sure I don't lose track of everybody once we get past here. So for now, while they're back here, we're going to chill here, just to experiment with a different angle. If you're watching, feel free to share. I don't know what we're doing out here. Larry asking the question of the day over on the sideline. I don't know if it came through or not. Incomplete. I see the sun coming out, so we might be doing it there in a minute. Let's go back to where the action is. It's week 2. I figured I'd experiment a little bit. Or week 1, game 2. Back on the field. Put both my hoodies back up. Run to that left side, pull right down. T-Spence trying to make something out of nothing. Warriors need a little more bodies. But they were running thin at times last year. This is a team who, recruiting-wise, we talked about in the beginning, they brought in a lot of talent, a lot of new talent to Washington County. Some veteran talent that had not played in years as well. As time is going on, this team evolved. We talked about that spring of 2019 where the turning point was for this team. And how ever since then, they've gone out of their way to get better and better of each season. But a large part of the problem for this Warriors team in recent seasons has been recruiting. It was on point for a while, but in recent times of new teams popping up, players coming and going, it's gotten tough for this team who's trying to keep going. Sacked. And what is the 10th season of the Warriors franchise? Remember, they started back in the fall of 2016. Lost a ruckus in their first game, 34-0. Their fortunes would change after that. 0-19 to start. Demons will get the ball. We're going to walk back here. Actually, they're close enough, or I'm going to go end zone. Even started yet. Inside. Got him in. Just so much room to run. Plenty of time. Easy peasy touchdown. What a run. What a play. Extra point coming. 19-0 Demons. Especially when you're short on guys today. 11 for the Warriors, and they're in their second one. And I imagine a lot of these guys yesterday were also at Shippensburg for KFFL. We'll do a recap of that in the first game right now. Yesterday, X-Dogs won the first game of the season up there over for you to envy. They won that game 7-0. They beat Chaos 14-0. And then Killer Bees and Chaos in their first of 4 to 6 meetings, give or take, this season, depending on how it goes. They're in a best of series, trying to match Top Gun and Warriors in games played in a shorter time by at least 3 years. The Bees got the first win of the series, 14-0 over Chaos yesterday. If I'm wrong in the scores, then you know. Trying to catch it. I'm on my second phone like usual. I'm down to one phone these days. It's all good though. We got an extra point coming. That's cool.
Somebody's mad.
Just to make it 20-0, Archer on the kick. Archer's been around the block, whether it be Ruckus, Rampage, Raiders. Now he's on Death Row. There's an R there. There's a block there too. That's 19-0. Zabir of a nice block. He's had a great day today, all things considered, with Alvin's call for the Warriors.
All streaks.
All streaks is what we're hearing.
You're a real nigga. You're an OG in this bitch. Hey, we about to have fun now. What else you want? Don't matter. Yeah, bet. Somebody's open. I'm launching this one. It's
been a while since this team has been shut out. That is the Warriors. Last shutout loss for this team, you got to go way back. Oh, it's way back for that last one. If I were to estimate, last shutout loss for this team was in April 2019 when Ruckus beat them 18-0. And as we mentioned, that was a turning point for the franchise. Sacked Parker again. 3 years later, here we are. And this team has had a successful 3-year run compared to other franchises along the way. 3 out of 4 senior semifinal appearances. They have not made the chip yet. But they've had a gauntlet every time, whether it be ADR back-to-back in 19, X-Dogs in 2020, and last season the Tri-State Spartans team that at the time was one of the second-best team in the region behind the Misfits. Sleet is coming. We do have sleet. I can't confirm that. Not sleet. I slipped flurries. I'm dumb. Ignore me. I say the wrong words a lot. That's why you don't see me anymore. Tyler trying to throw it. Dame Darren on it. It wasn't complete. Corner's called.
What down is it?
Third. Snow coming, flurries, you know what I'm trying to say. It's been a long day. Still got 2 more to go. Tyler to his left. Trying to take off. Definitely has 3 touchdowns today. 2 to Shane Zabir and 1 to Sean Parker. He's trying to get a rushing one, that run there. Trying to make something happen. It's been tough for Tyler in this one. First game, he handled it very well for what was his first start in full game since 2019 at quarterback. But right now, he ain't got much time. $19-0 Demons. Tight ends, 3 receivers. Spence just trying to get out of here. And he'll be pulled. Tyler wants a hold, but I don't hear any. And we're going to walk back up the field. $19-0. Here in the 4th. Remember, it has been a while. A long while, to be honest. Since the Warriors were shut out. April 21st, 2019, I believe was the last time. That's Ruckus. 3 years. Demon, oh boy. Gaskins coming in. Jeff Rowe is loaded.
First of all, I was about to stop before you said ready because you said 5 and you're just chilling.
Snow coming down. Yes, we can confirm that is snow starting to come down.
That sucks.
Windy, snowy, cold morning for a Warrior squad that has been cold themselves. Remember, this team has not really played together as a unit, though some of them were together on Demons last season. In fact, a lot of the Demons were Warriors in the spring season. So now the two have split up after sort of being in somewhat of an alliance, I suppose. I can't really specify what happened there. I wasn't really involved in either squad last year. The Demons D-line putting together a great performance here today. Hang over between these two, though. They're going to have to face off against each other again. I believe it'll be May 15th or 22nd. We'll see. I don't have the schedule on me. But they will meet in over a month from now. Remember, the first 2 weeks of the year are going to be week 1 this week. We have week 2 scheduled for April 10th. Nothing scheduled for next Sunday at this time around here. XFFL is having their tournament up north. Misfits will be representing Washington County proudly there. That's with a few other Washington County members. Pulled down, bodied up, flag out. Tom saying you only have 4 on the line.
Which one? I had 2 tight ends. That's 5 on the line right there. I understand. I'm just trying to make it clear. I had 5 on the line right in front of me.
Spencer's trying to say at 5 on the line in front
I had 5
of
on the
him.
line. I had 2 tight ends. The receiver doesn't matter. Okay. Now this is
4th, Tanner. My bad. I get bad at this.
second. Are you sure? You just told me 3rd.
I'm about to start saying we should run half so I get less confused about that. I think Tyler's is ready to warm up. Pop up in a cold one and smoke a J or 2. I sounded really late saying that just now. 3rd and double. 19-point lead for the Demons here in the 4th quarter. Spence. Heck of play. That's the jersey.
Hey, that's a good ball.
About 7 weeks we'll have for you in Washington County. Might have a couple bonus weeks. We'll see. We're trying to have a lot of fun this season. You know, we're off next week, April 3rd. Misfits will be up north. Everyone's going to be taking a bye week. April 10th, we will be back for 3 more games. And then after that, 2 weeks off in a row. It's a rough start, but a lot of events going on in April. Easter, XFL, Ocean City. Busy, busy month ahead before we return May 1st. 15th, 22nd for 3 out of 4 weeks. Suspension, life. Good game.
It was real. It was fun. It wasn't real fun.
A day for the Demons. And they will defeat the Warriors 19-0. I'm Joey Blaze. We'll see you in a few for Misfits and Chaos. Good night, everybody. We'll see you then.